A member of Israel's war cabinet has sought to clarify comments made earlier by the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu about the future of Gaza after the current conflict. Ron Dammer, the Minister of Strategic Affairs, told the BBC that when Mr. Netanyahu said Israel would take overall security responsibility for Gaza, he did not mean Israel would reoccupy or govern the area. But Mustafa Barghouti, a politician who heads the Palestinian National Initiative, is skeptical of Israel's plans.
Netanyahu wants Gaza without people. And his original plan was to ethnically cleanse Gaza completely into Egypt. He's failing to do so. But when he says that he wants to keep the security control of Gaza forever, that means he's planning to annex Gaza to Israel and put it under its military occupation. And then when his defense minister and foreign minister say that they don't want to rule the people of Gaza, that means they want occupation without responsibility for the people under their occupation.
The International Committee of the Red Cross says a humanitarian convoy delivering medical supplies has come under fire in Gaza City. The organization said 2 of 5 trucks were damaged and a driver injured, but the convoy was able to deliver the supplies after changing its route. Voters in Ohio in the United States have approved an amendment to the state's constitution which would guarantee the right to abortion there. It makes Ohio the 7th state to back the right to abortion following the Supreme Court's decision last year to remove this nationally. Here's Peter Bowes.
Because of the political makeup of that state, and it is perhaps the most significant of all of the states to vote on this issue. And I think it shows that many Republican voters believe in reproductive rights, perhaps going against what the Supreme Court decided. And it suggests that when put to the test at the ballot box, the decision of the court has quite widespread disapproval across the country. And that's significant because this issue is likely to be one of the key ones during next year's presidential election.
Temperature data suggests this year is virtually certain to be the warmest on record following an exceptionally hot October. More details from Matt McGrath.
October has become the 5th month in a row to set a new high. As well as rising carbon dioxide emissions, temperatures are being driven up this year by a strengthening El Niño, a natural event that brings heat to the surface of the Pacific Ocean. Scientists told the BBC it was now more than 99% certain that 2023 would become the warmest year on record. They warn of the likelihood of more extreme events, including wildfires, heatwaves and storms.
BBC News. 8 Cuban athletes have announced they're applying for asylum in Chile. They had traveled to Santiago to compete in Pan American Games, which ended on Sunday. Our America's regional editor Leonardo Rasha reports.
6 of the athletes were members of Cuba women's field hockey team. The other 2 are a male hockey player and a hurdler who won a bronze medal in the Games. They're expected to be granted 8-month visas while their applications are processed. Cuba is experiencing an unprecedented economic crisis with food and fuel shortages and daily power cuts across the island. Migration has surged and almost 200 athletes have fled Cuba in the past 2 years, often during competitions abroad. The communist government blames tougher sanctions imposed by the United States for the crisis.
The Taliban authorities in Afghanistan say at least 7 people have been killed and 20 others injured in an explosion in the capital, Kabul. A Taliban police spokesman said the blast took place on a bus in the Dashtibarchi neighborhood, dominated by the Shia Muslim Hazara community. The Islamic State group said it had carried out the attack. The group has targeted the Hazaras repeatedly. Millions of Australians have lost phone and internet services in a major outage at the country's second-largest telecoms company, Optus. The Australian government said the crash was caused by a deep fault in the provider's network and said it did not believe there had been a cyber attack. Hospitals have been affected with staff unable to call patients. Research suggests that inflammatory bowel diseases can be detected many years earlier than previously thought by using a routine blood test. Scientists at the Francis Crick Institute, who carried out the study, say the findings could have huge implications by providing a window of opportunity for quicker treatment.